Hey guys, welcome everyone at GSCC week number 5, day 4. Today we have AI talk. But before we start, let me do a quick recap of all the things that happened throughout this week. So we started with Angular talk, which was conducted on Monday. So if you've missed it, click the link below and you will watch the recording. Then we had system design interview. Again, great talk. Feel free to explore it if you didn't watch it already. Yesterday we had a talk about AWS JavaScript runtime. Today we have AI talk, and tomorrow we'll have a great talk about transition API. So don't forget to subscribe, drop your comments, and feel free to share all your ideas that you've got in mind. And now let me give you a quick overview of today's talk. So it will be all about AI. But to be truly speaking here, we don't have any slides because expect some friendly discussion between two friends. And let me introduce our second speaker today. It's Ivan, who is also software engineering manager here at EPAM. And expect some discussion about AI. So yeah, grab your tea, coffee, and let's go. So, hi Ivan, how are you?
Yeah, hi Pavel, good. Long time no see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you for invitation. Yeah, glad to be here.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk all things about AI. And to be brutally honest with you, I don't understand why AI is on hype these days. I tried it several times, and all the times I don't feel that I really enjoy working with AI technologies. I tried to generate some pictures. They were really, really crazy and really absurd. Then I tried ChatGPT with some coding, and even like to begin with, I started with some 2 + 2 = 5, right? Game with this ChatGPT thing, and I did manage to convince this AI that actually 2 and 2 = 5. So for me, really, I think that AI is super young, not mature enough, and I really don't know why it's on hype today. And especially, I don't think that it can really help me with my day-to-day activities while I'm working as a full stack developer, right?
Yeah, I partially agree with you with it, but yeah, it's just a tool. Yep, it's just a tool, and it depends on how do you work with it. Yep, and I saw a title before our session, and by them it looks like you are not very positive about AI. Yep, and
Absolutely,
yeah, I
absolutely.
hope you change yeah
Well, we'll see.
your state today. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and let's talk about your daily routines, daily activity, yeah, and try to find a way how AI can improve your performance. Yep, how it can help you with some routine task, yeah, with some boring task, yeah,
Okay,
because
okay. All right, all right.
as
Let's go.
developers we don't like it. Yeah.
All right, okay. So look, so usually I do have several like applications open, right? I've got my Visual Studio Code open, right? I've got my browser open, and I've got some Messenger open, right? So we're using Teams. Previously, we used Slack for communication within the team. So I don't want to have another tab because I have like I don't know like 20 tabs open throughout the day, and I don't want to like to have this Chat GPT tab open, like reload it, find some answers, then switch back to code editor, then switch back to my Messenger app. I don't like it. I don't like how it's implemented. So what can you tell me
Yeah,
about it?
exactly. Yeah, you can install. Did you use Visual Studio Code? Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, you can install some extension for ChatGPT and use it inside Visual Studio Code, and it's more useful than using some Google. Yep, using some Stack Overflow. Yep, you can just highlight some code, ask ChatGPT about it, about some finding some solution, or just you can some looking for something, yep, that interesting for you. For example, how to run Docker, yep, how to fix such bug, yep, etc. etc.
Okay. So you're saying that I can have this extension with ChatGPT in my Visual Studio Code editor.
Yep,
Good.
and more useful than using browser and go to browser, copy paste your
Mm-hmm.
code, paste it to
Okay.
from Visual Studio Code to browser back. Uh, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, I agree with
Okay.
you. If you have two monitor, yep, it's possible. But when you have only one laptop, yep, it's kind of unuseful. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I do want to concentrate more on like coding, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
really hate some boring and not that interesting tasks. So,
Mm-hmm.
like this week, we have a task to generate a lot of documentation for our code base. Ah, I don't like it. Really
Yeah,
don't
I,
like
I
it.
agree. I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely agree with you. Yeah, and I don't know some developers who likes write documentation. Yeah, but doesn't matter. It's just README file. Yeah, or it's some API spec, or it's some another documentation. Yep, and uh, but with ChatGPT, it's very easy. Yeah, let's imagine you need to update your README file. Yep, I don't know what last time we updated it in our project.
Hmm.
Yeah, but actually we did some changes, and it's good when we have uh, the same team members. Yep, and everyone know about it. But when we have some newcomer, yep, it will some questions appear, yeah, because we change everything, yep, during
Hmm.
our work, and what we can do, we can just ask ChatGPT to help us with it.
Hmm.
Yep, to highlight some moments related using some dependencies, some libraries. Yep, and he has great base of knowledge. Yep, and it's able to provide as detailed instruction. Yep, and for example, if I go to write it, it will be just 5 lines. Yep, and it's not so detailed. And for me, it's understandable. Yeah, for some senior, it's understandable. But for example, some newcomers, junior, middle developer join us, and he will ask us a lot of questions. Yeah, but with detailed README, yep, it's possible just to pull our repository, read it,
Okay.
and work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
immediately.
Okay. I see. I see, Ivan. But you know, right? We have extension available. That's good. We can generate some documentation for our code. Right. I'm like partially convinced, to be brutally honest, because I
Mm-hmm,
do have
mm-hmm.
also some complicated stuff, right? We have a huge amount of code with some legacy framework, and we need to migrate it to TypeScript. And things are a bit like complicated from time to time. So in this case, I don't think that I can really use this ChatGPT thing to help me with this stuff. What do you
Yeah,
think?
of course you can, and yeah, if we imagine that you have some migration based on just TypeScript, yep,
Yeah.
or you need rewrite some one from one framework to another one, upgrade version, etc. Uh, it can be interesting first 10, 15 files, yep, but then it will be really boring. And what can you do? You can ask ChatGPT and go one file by one and rewrite it to TypeScript. Yep, and or if you need some, yeah, let's imagine another case. What would be good to have before migration? I think automated test. What do you think, Pavel? I'm right or not?
Well, actually, I was thinking about test, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty much sure that you cannot use ChatGPT for writing some tests because at the current project, right, we do have a lot of tests. We do have like end to end, we do have unit tests, and like the volume and the complexity of them is like is a bit complicated. I don't think that you can like push all your code over there and get really good tests. So please convince
Yeah,
me more.
exactly. But ChatGPT or another AI service can assist you with writing unit test or end-to-end tests. Of course, you should have some experience with it. Yeah, because you need to validate it. Yep, at least know some principle first. Yep, or some another one. Yeah, 3A, etc. But it's a really helpful tool for decreasing spending time for routine work, like preparing mock data, like writing some scenario, yep, etc. Because yeah, sometimes you need to mock really uh, large data, yeah, from backend side, yeah, and but here you can just share interfaces, yep, and get fulfilled code. Yep, it's really nice. And the same about scenario. Uh, yep, I'm not automated testing engineer. Yep, I'm not pass some quality assurance courses. Yep, and for me, I will test it like developer, and usually I will see only happy pass. Yep, but from a point of ChatGPT, you can ask ChatGPT work like quality assurance specialist. Yep, and see it in another angle. Yep, and provide some examples of some scenarios. Yep, and you can use it in description. And sometimes it will be the same like using, but sometimes it will be something new. Yep, and you didn't think about it, and it help you to cover your code and find some rare cases, but kind of important for businesses.
Okay. So documentation checked. Tests check. Some migration advice check. But you know,
Hmm.
sometimes I don't like the quality that ChatGPT can provide.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
agree
I
with
have
you.
to really like refactor it and I don't know, like spend more time refactoring this code instead of like generating the new one by myself. So I think that in this case, really the quality that AI can produce this like code to you is questionable. What do you think about it?
Yep, you're right. And for example, for me, if we return back to migration, yeah, we can ask uh, ChatGPT to migrate your code from Angular to React, or vice versa, or from some legacy code to some framework. Yeah, but it's returned some code which based on some standard, uh, not optimized components. Yeah, but if you would like to make some refactoring, improve some code quality, yep, it's possible. You can make one more request for improving performance, for improving code quality. Also, it can be based on your own ESLint rules, yeah, pretty rules,
Mm-hmm.
etc., etc. Or you can base just some global standards like Airbnb, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It's both options is possible. Yep, the same for performance optimization. You can just ask him or ask ChatGPT to provide some list of options. Yep, and choose this option which you would like. And it's the same. Uh, you should know some best practices. It's not possible if you're, I know, tester, yep, quality assurance specialist, and you go and say, please optimize React application
Mm-hmm.
because you don't understand it. So more better performance, more better
Mm-hmm.
code quality or not. Yep. And
Okay.
let's see from another angle. Yep. For example, you join to some project which will migrate from some legacy from some one framework to your primary framework, for example. Yep. And you're familiar with React.js, but not don't know anything about Angular. Yep, and you see some code which is some ng on init, ng on change, some other methods. Yep, and you need to spend a lot of time to understand what is it and how I can migrate this code to React.js. Yep, and you can just highlight this block. Yep, click some mouse and choose some uh, option related GPT to describe what does it mean. Yep, and it describe you. It's really save your time. You shouldn't go to documentation, Angular or Vue.js or some another framework, learn it, spend a lot of time, because everything that you need to know how it will be work in React.js. Yeah, which hook I should use for it. Yep, to replace
Hmm.
this functionality.
Okay. Okay. All right. I see a point. So we can do like good React code with ChatGPT as well. Okay, but what about this tricky stuff? Okay, because as I said, at the current project, we are looking for like additional team of Node.js developers, right? And we do have a lot of front-end engineers. And actually,
Mm-hmm.
throughout the day, I cannot like spend the whole day trying to, explain all the things related to Node.js to my front end team members because there are like literally huge gap in their experience in Node.js. So do you think that front end engineers can use ChatGPT so they can, like be taught with these backend principles by ChatGPT? Or too complicated? I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Your front-end team doesn't have any knowledge, any experience in Node.js, yep, but they is able to implement a simple server by ChatGPT. Yeah, because it's Node.js, it's still JavaScript, yep, and they similarly they
Yeah, yeah.
will be know some syntax, yeah, but
Hmm.
they don't know some models, etc., etc. But they
Hmm.
can ask ChatGPT, please help us to implement some simple Node.js web server. Yep, then they can ask about how to run it locally. Yep, etc., etc. Then how to write endpoint with such contract. Yep, and backend guys can provide some interfaces. Yep, and while we're waiting, our backend team, our front end team can implement everything, integrate with this API, and when backend side will be done, they just change URL, and it spent less time than do full
Well,
integration from mock data.
yes. Well, sounds great. Sounds great. So I'm, I think that like 99% convinced of this thing useful for me as a developer throughout the day. But I do have one tricky scenario for you because
Okay.
I do know that my current project most likely will terminate within like 2 months. We will finish the migration, we will do all this stuff, and that's gonna be it. So, in order not to spend a lot of time preparing for the next project interview, I do want to update my skills like in some other frameworks, libraries, and other things. And I'm a bit scared with these technical interviews, right? Don't tell me that
Yeah.
ChatGPT can teach me that as well.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, it's I think problem of a lot of developers here, because when we work it on the one project, 1 year, 2 year, yeah, we really don't are ready for interviews, and it's very scary for us. We have stress, yeah, but we can use ChatGPT as assistant for preparing to technical interview, and not only to technical interview. It can be a managerial interview, etc. You can provide some context about position, yeah,
Hmm.
from some stuffing. Yeah, you can see requirements for new position or for new level. Maybe you prepare
Hmm.
to assessment. Yep, and
Hmm.
you are going to next level. Yep, and then you can go to ChatGPT and say, okay, let's prepare some 1 week preparation course for me. Yep, or maybe it's for 2 3 months, and you can say I will have 2 hours per day. Yep, let's let's train. Yep, and he provide great development plan. Yep, and you can learn something, and also you can pass some quiz. Yep, it's really cool. Yep, and have you heard about new GPT for Omni? Yep,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, a
can
bit.
use
Yeah,
just like a speaker. Yep, it's more powerful, and in
cool.
such case you can just say, okay, your interviewer, please help me with preparation. And
Hmm.
ChatGPT will ask you questions by chat, but you can just speak as with a real interviewer, yep, and
Hmm.
then have some feedback. Yep, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, and
Wow.
from another side, yep, you're manager, and you need to provide some interview. And for example, yep, you doesn't have engineers with such technical skills.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
and some specific skills. Yep, for example, you can cover Node.js, you can cover JavaScript, Angular, but maybe some library. Yep, you can ask help from ChatGPT and prepare some questions and then validate answers from interview. Yep, and the same related feedback. Yep, when you participate as interviewer, I know that it's really difficult to write some useful feedback. Yep, usually it's just some one sentence. Yeah, but as interviewee, I'm waiting some feedback with some recommendations.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
for sure.
like to know what it's good, what it's not good. Yeah, to improve my skills, and it's also possible to improve your feedback with ChatGPT.
Well, that's all sounds really, really great. Now I'm absolutely convinced. So you covered literally all the things, from easy stuff to some complicated stuff, and even like for some future stuff while I do have the interview, like from the both sides. So thank you for that. I do really want to use ChatGPT then in my daily activities, and we will see how it goes. And now I need to hard stop this friendly discussion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So, guys, all our viewers, I do hope that you realized that this talk was a fun talk, right? Actually, with like many years of experience, both me and Ivan, we really like AI. And from my role in this particular talk was just to sort of like mock some developers who are not that convinced that AI can help them. And the reason I'm doing that is because actually I've seen a lot of surveys, and the results of these surveys are not that great. No offense, guys. Let's say 3 out of 10 developers are not using AI, and they are saying that because they don't like AI, they don't trust AI, they do think that they can perform AI or AI can slow them down. So all of that, from my understanding, is a bit of bias idea, right? And this talk, I hope it will be some sort of inspiration for you guys to use AI in your daily activities, to use AI in some areas of your day-to-day stuff that you're doing so far, and most likely not yet optimized by AI. So please do explore various options in AI, right? There is not only ChatGPT available, right? Just explore whatever you want. And from my view, AI is the future. Don't get frustrated about it. Use it as much as you can. And now I'm passing my mic to Ivan, and while he introduces a great YouTube channel, I'm going to send the link to you into the chat so you can feel free to explore.
Yeah, yeah. Everything that we discussed today with Pavel, you can find in our AI cookbook playlist. Yep, it's uh, in the same account, in the same channel, JavaScript Capacity Center, but it's separated playlist with some tips and tricks how AI can boost your performance in daily routine tasks like we discussed it today. It's migration, preparing to interview, it's writing unit test, writing end-to-end test, etc., etc. It's some simple but really boring and time-spending tasks. Yep, and what I can say, yeah, Pavel, share it, and also if you have some idea how we can use AI, yeah, feel free to write me directly. Yep, and we will create maybe new video with you. Yep, and you will be hero of our playlist. Yeah, who knows?
Sure. And I do think that we have several questions available for us. So, since Ivan, in this talk you were AI supporter, I think it will be for you to answer the question about is it safe to use VS Code plugins and share production code with generative AI? What do you think?
Uh, so let's see. You didn't you did you use any credential in your code? Yep, it will be the same like finding some solution in Google. Yep, in Stack Overflow. Yep, because you just go to browser, open Google, copy paste some part of code and ask how I can improve it. Yep, or some what is wrong in this part of code. Yep, yep. I think it's kind of the same. Yep, and also in EPAM we have EPAM dial. Yep, it's not extension, unfortunately, to Visual Studio Code, but you can go to Palm Dial and it will be more safety. Yep, and of course, yep, you need some approval from customer for use it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So I hope that this information will be useful for Asterix. And we do have another question from Laszlo. So he's wondering when using ChatGPT to generate content about a topic, it sometimes return content which has some serious funny things in it. So you have to be very careful to double check before using it to return content. Is it also a problem when you're using it for your purposes? It's not too much. And how do you filter all these funny things?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's can be kind of problem, and to write some more useful prompts, I think we have great course. I think we also can share it maybe later. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's if it's possible, maybe in some description. Yep, about prompting engineering. Yep, and about how we can set up uh, some some context for AI. Yep, and I just can say that from new version of GPT for Omni, it's really better. Yep, it's really faster
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
looks like it's quality really better. I based on my my feeling, my experience, not by some advertisement from GPT site from OpenAI. Yep.
yeah, yeah, true. Uh, we have another question. Can AI help me with my life decisions? Well, kind of tricky
Oh,
question, I
it's kind
think.
of tricky, yep, and kind of difficult. It depends on what life decision. Yep, it can help you to compare something. Yep, for example, you're going to buy a new camera, new mobile phone, etc. You
Yeah,
can ask to help to compare it. It spend less time than go to some websites or read some reviews, etc., etc. But I'm not sure that it's can be helpful when you decide to I don't know uh, to
to do
relocate
some
to some
real,
country. Yep,
yeah,
yep,
also to do some serious stuff or maybe like health
yep,
related, something like that.
yep.
For
Yep.
sure,
Of course, it's
for sure.
better to ask specialist. Yep, and go to doctor in case of
Yeah.
health.
Additional question we have. How do you see AI agents support the work of software engineers during the next year? What do you think about it?
Uh, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But as for me, AI engines, some AI assistants, it's like helper. Yep, it's not some replacement for developers, of course. And I see to it like to some Microsoft Excel. Yep. Before uh, some stuff do some calculation by just calculator. Yep. But then we have Microsoft Excel, which provides some powerful options
Yeah.
to work with some tables, etc. Yep. And right now, I think person who knows how to work with Excel will be more useful for companies than person who just can calculate by calculator. Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same
Sure.
with AI, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Then we do have yet another question about the average code quality we see from ChatGPT is like quality like MS Teams. So do you think that eventually the quality of this like content will be really, really bad in quality?
Mm, it depend. It also depends on your experience, of course. Yep. As I said before, uh, you should have some experience in development. Yep. It's not just ask ChatGPT or another AI tool. Please write me some application. Yep, and it means that if it was work in such way, yep, customers said, "Oh, I don't need any companies, any workers. I just write my idea to ChatGPT.
Yeah, and click
It's
button and
provide
that's it.
application." Yep. And of course, you need to be experienced guy, and
Mm-hmm.
it means that you shouldn't do anything with ChatGPT, but you can
Mm-hmm.
uh, do some routine work. Yep, and it's help you to focus on some design, system design, or
Yeah.
working on and learning something new related solutions. Yeah, but not spend time for writing. I don't know how to display a list of items in React.js. Yep, or working with some issues when you forgot to write some keys. Maybe sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
forgot to write some checking for undefined, etc., etc.
Yeah. Uh, Another remark we do have that's kind of like from my old school dev team, I assume. When you share your code to Gen AI, you help it to steal your job. What do you think about it, Johan?
Not sure. As I said before, it's like good instrument, but a good tool, but it's not replacement for great developer. Yeah, it's maybe replace some person who can just move button from left to right side. Yep. But if you have really good engineering skills, yep, also some soft skills like negotiation, yep, like
Mm-hmm.
knowledge of SDLC, yep, it's not replaceable.
Yeah, absolutely true. All right. So I don't think that we have more questions available for us today. Uh, so, Ivan, could you pick the question of this talk so we can send some prize then to this person?
Oh, okay. Maybe I think maybe last one. Yep, it was great question from old school.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Alex. Then thank you for this good old school remark. All right. So we've shared all the links, we've shared all our experience, all the motivation, and all the things. So I hope, guys, that you will use AI throughout your day and it will significantly help you and will help you to save some time for some interesting stuff. And basically, that's it. Ivan, thank you very much one more time for this amazing talk. It was a great one. And see you soon tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last but not least talk. Yeah, have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
I see you. Bye bye.